The year was 1997. A late-night radio show filled the airwaves. Coast to Coast AM, a haven for the strange and unexplained. A man named Mel Waters telephoned the program. He had a story to share, a story of a hole on his land, a hole unlike any other known to humankind. His voice, calm yet firm, painted a picture of an enigma nestled in rural Washington state. The world, or at least the nocturnal listeners, leaned in closer. This was no ordinary call. It was a spark that would ignite a legend. The search for answers, and for Mel's hole itself, started with that single fateful phone call. A voice in the night, opening a door to the unknown. Mel Waters painted a vivid picture of this strange formation. The hole, he said, was perfectly round, about 9 feet in diameter. Its edge was not natural rock. Instead, it appeared to be lined with dark, almost burnt-looking bricks or stones. This artificial appearance was deeply unsettling. It suggested something beyond a simple geological event. Mel mentioned that animals seemed to avoid it. His own dogs would not go near the opening. This innate aversion hinted at something unseen, perhaps a subtle energy or an unheard sound. The local wildlife seemed to sense a danger that humans might easily overlook. The hole was a feature that begged for exploration, yet simultaneously repelled it. The peculiarities of Mel's hole were not confined to its dimensions. Strange occurrences were reported in its vicinity. Mel recounted how radios brought near the hole would malfunction. They would play old-fashioned music or strange broadcasts. Sometimes they would simply fall silent. This suggested an unusual electromagnetic field, or perhaps something far more bizarre. Technology seemed to bend to the hole's will. Mel shared a disturbing tale of a neighbor's dog. The neighbor, in grief, had thrown the dog's body into the hole. Days later, the same dog was reportedly seen alive, running in the nearby woods. It was wearing its collar just as before. The hole seemed to interact with its environment, affecting technology, animals, and perhaps even life itself. It became a site of profound and unsettling mystery. The question of the hole's depth obsessed many. Mel Waters himself conducted numerous experiments. His most famous attempt involved fishing line. He purchased vast quantities of it. Spool after spool, he lowered it into the abyss. He claimed to have used over 80,000 feet of line. That is more than 15 miles deep. Yet he never felt it touch the bottom. The line simply continued to unspool into the seemingly infinite darkness below. This incredible depth, if accurate, is astounding. The deepest known borehole drilled by humans is the Kola Super Deep Borehole, just over 40,000 feet. Mel's claim suggested something twice as deep. The lack of a definitive answer only fueled the speculation. The unseen depths continued to guard their secrets, mocking all attempts to unveil them. Mel Waters was not entirely alone in his knowledge. After his story aired, whispers emerged from the Ellensburg area. Some locals claimed to know of the hole, or at least of strange stories associated with that region. One such individual was a Native American elder. He allegedly referred to the hole as the Devil's Hole. He recounted legends passed down through generations. Legends of a pit that should not be disturbed, a place of bad spirits or strange energies. These local accounts, though often anecdotal, provided a certain corroboration. They suggested the hole was not a recent fabrication. It had a history, a place in local folklore. The community held its breath, listening to these echoes. The truth remained just out of reach. Faced with such an extraordinary claim, science offered several potential explanations. Geologists considered known terrestrial phenomena. Could Mel's hole be an unusually deep lava tube? Or perhaps a solutional cave, formed by water eroding limestone? However, Mel's description of the brick-like lining was problematic. Such features are not typically natural. This detail challenged purely geological interpretations. It pointed towards something artificial, or at least highly unusual. Another theory involved an ancient mine shaft. Washington state has a history of mining. Could the hole be a forgotten remnant of such activity? However, a mine shaft over 15 miles deep is unheard of. The scientific community remained largely skeptical, awaiting verifiable evidence. The theories remained just that, theories. When scientific explanations fall short, supernatural theories often emerge. Mel's hole became a fertile ground for such speculation. Many listeners and researchers pondered otherworldly origins. Could the hole be an entrance to an alien base, a hidden outpost beneath the earth? This might explain the advanced technology, the strange energies, the apparent government interest. Another popular supernatural theory involved a portal, a gateway to another dimension or another place in our universe. This could account for its bottomlessness. The fishing line might not be going down. It could be passing through into somewhere else entirely. The lack of physical evidence, the lost footage, fueled these supernatural ideas. The more unexplainable it seemed, the more likely a paranormal cause was considered. The hole remained a potent symbol of the truly unknown. Perhaps the most intriguing twist in Mel's story was the alleged government intervention. After his initial radio appearances, Mel claimed things changed. He reported being approached by government agents. They expressed a keen interest in his property, and more specifically, in the hole itself. According to Mel, he was eventually pressured to lease his land, or in some versions he was bought out. He received a substantial sum of money. In return, he was to remain silent. He claimed the area around the hole was then sectioned off, guarded perhaps by military personnel. The truth was being deliberately hidden. The mystery deepened, shrouded in official silence. Years have passed since Mel Waters first shared his story. Today, in 2025, Mel's hole remains an enduring enigma. Its exact location is still debated. Some claim to have found it, others believe it was never real, or has since been concealed. The lack of definitive proof, of clear photographs or video footage, means it lives on primarily as a legend. A powerful story whispered in the digital age. The search for tangible evidence continues to frustrate. The legend has taken on a life of its own. It has inspired countless articles, discussions, and amateur investigations. The core elements, the bottomless pit, the strange phenomena, the government cover-up, are irresistible. Whether a physical place or a captivating narrative, Mel's hole continues to exert its pull. The enigma endures.